At what point during the filmmaking process do you guys get involved?
We are the first ones to get
We're the
involved.
first one.
In fact, after the script is done, we are the first people to be approached by, because then music triggers a lot of things for the director, you know.
And all the filmmakers say that the most pleasurable part when making a film is when they're doing the music, you know. And after that, when they get into the shoot, it's a complete, you know, mind whatever. And then at the end of it, when they're finishing the film, you know, and they have to deal with everything else. We say all of them say the most beautiful part and the most relaxing part of making a film is when they have to do the music.
Yeah, there are many directors like Zoya and all. She gets her blanket, pillow, you know, everything to the studio, chilling, relaxing, because it's the most relaxing, you know, experience for them.
Since music is given so much importance, and you know there are many films which only work because of the music. Do producers, filmmakers share their profits, extra money when a film works because of the music?
No, they don't share profits. No. Never. But we get royalties, though.
We get royalties on our music outside of the movie. But
and even if the film does not do well, we get royalties. So that's good.
And
I think one of them was a little more gracious. I think it was Vidhu Vinod Chopra.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. So must give him credit for that.
Yeah, his movie
gave us some extra money. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like,
oh, which film was that?
Mission Kashmir.
Wow. Bumro, what a song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Today we see multiple music composers attached to a film. Do you think now Bollywood don't have many producers who trust just one composer?
I think there's a turnaround time which is involved in it. So it's like because people want to finish their films pretty fast, having different people on board. But some people are a little more specific. They want a certain consistent culture in the film. It's like they want to have your shirt with all sleeves in the same color, not one pink and one green. So that's the way they probably see it. They're a little more sensitive to it.
I mean, it has become the trend now to have multiple music composers, and actually, I really don't know why. Because I know one thing was in between. I mean, it's still going on, the whole trend of cover songs and stuff, which is still going on. And the first thing that I've seen is when Tattoo Wale came out on YouTube. The comments were at last that is original music again. And that same thing when Tufan came out. Original songs as opposed to having to listen to a remix. But the thing is, this trend is going on right now, and I don't know whether it's going to last or whether it's, whatever it is. I think for the OTT platform, when people are making films, they're not concentrating so much on the way, the music should be, especially for multiple episodic things, So they just want a song, and they're not even very particular about the kind of song or whatever. So that is one thing. But I think the trend will either there to stay for a long time or not. But but so far as we're concerned, yes, we've had to share a few credits here and there. Like on Tufan, there was one song by somebody else, and now the promotional song. But those were not supposed to be like the mainstream part of the film. They were, they were just there as background. But as far as possible, we work in situations where we compose all the songs.
Now, producers really looking for that one hit song that they can market on and bang on. And in your case,
yeah. They really feel that, by having one hit song, their film can also become a hit. Yeah. But which is not true, actually. Your film has to be good. Your content has to be good. Your story, your acting, whatever, those things have to be good. How can you just bank on one song to... So that's what they feel, which is very wrong, actually. So if you ask us, do you like the idea of multiple composers? Personally, we don't like the idea. We'd rather do a film where we are the composers. But sometimes, very, very rarely for us, a director who's a friend or a director who's, can you just do this one song for us? So sometimes we do it as a gift. Like we did for your friend who's a Swapna Joshi. Huh. We did 2 songs for a Marathi film because she's been friendly to us for 20 years. A film called what is that? Mitwa in Marathi. We did that. Some other Hindi films, 1 or 2 songs. Some people say, please, just do 1 song. So we do that. Otherwise, I don't think it, because the correct person does not get the credit. Kaun kiya hai, kaun gaya hai, kiska music hai, kiska gana hit hua hai, So many a times the wrong person gets the credit for the wrong song. Yeah. So if you ask, is it a good idea? I don't think it's a good idea. And why don't you have 5 cameramen for your film? or you know,
Or five
if
directors.
one is an action hero, one is an action hero and one is a romantic hero. For the romantic scenes, you use the romantic hero, and for the action scenes, use another hero. Why don't you do that? It's so stupid, na? You go to see.
Actually, honestly, and what's also happened now, I mean, besides say Amit Trivedi, Vishal Chatkara, and Rahman, I don't even know who the other composers are because they just names, you know, on a.
Pritam is there. Pritam.
No, Vishal Bharat Vajpayee. I like his
Of course,
work.
that's separate. He's a director also. But the rest of them are just names. You know, you don't even know who they are. What is their identity? Two of them are doing songs for a film, and both of them are remixes or versions of some other song. You know, I mean, so what is the identity? I feel bad for these guys in a way, you know.
And it's strange because
Yeah, but if you look at it from their perspective, it's work. They're
No,
getting
it's
work.
work.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
it's
they
work.
will just say, yeah, I mean, why would they turn down work which is coming to them? They're new composers. They want to make a mark in the industry. Possibly they'll become popular, so they'll say yes. So it's all right here. Everything is good. So no issue.
You know, every day we hear an old popular track being recreated. What's your take on that? And how would you react tomorrow if a label recreates your song?
you know, it's like, I think that we are very sensitive to the fact that, see, I'm looking at me as a composer. Okay. I'm a composer. I've done a piece of music. It's not written in stone. Everyone, any singer, any artist, any musician has a right to interpret that song. It's like if there's an object in the room and I've taken a snapshot of it. I've taken a snapshot from 1 degree. There are 359 degrees available. Okay, so you can shoot it from the top, you can shoot it from underneath. It's all subjective. And I mean, you see it happening in other cultures. Everyone covers a song. People take a song, but they change it beautifully. Some not so beautifully, but some really, really beautifully. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
But sometimes you hear bad versions of songs.
Yeah.
You know, they
If
ruin
it's bad, it's
Humma.
bad.
Did somebody do a version of Humma for a Rahman song? And it was horrible to hear that. You know, they completely took a beautiful song, which really you could have done a version much better than that, but it just got decimated, you know, and the whole song fell apart, which was really sad. And
No, there are many such instances, yeah.
There are such instances, and that also happened with another one of Rahman's songs, you know, which was very sad to hear.
You know, you guys have composed songs in many languages. Does language influence your tunes?
Of
It
course.
will change 100%.
Definitely.
100%.
Definitely, because you hear, especially with the South Indian languages, and even in Marathi, you know, they go for a much more melodic style of composing. You can use a lot of classical, you know, influence in the composing, which they like very much. And, you know, the people like it. It's like millions of people will love that song, you know, and whatever age, you know, so you're not talking about just old people who will like it. You know, young people, we've done, you know, Telugu, we've done Tamil. And surprisingly, like when we did Vishwarupam, the most popular song from that film is a classical song. You know, Bandish Bandits became so popular with the youth. You know, so I mean, the thing is, so there is a lot of scope in the other languages. Now, of course, Punjabi is a world on its own. You know, everything eventually some Punjabi comes into it. You know, in Bollywood right now, which is fun actually because it's such a strong form of music when you think about it.
Also, I personally feel as a community, they're extremely supportive of the culture.
Yeah.
They're extremely proud of it and they support it right through.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they will pay for it. There's a difference in somebody wanting it free and there's somebody willing to pay for it and they will put down money for it. So that's obviously is the reason why it's so successful. You have to be able to pay for something. You know,
so
if
when
it's
you
value,
compose in
you
these languages, your thinking is automatically different. You know, Punjabi's got a way that you compose and you try and move away from it. You try and, you know, take it out like we did on Jhoom Barabar Jhoom and all, you know, where you take it and you take it into a different direction. And that makes it very interesting.
There are certain things which are intrinsic to it, to the DNA of that. So if you take out those 2 or 3 elements, it's doesn't become Punjabi anymore, or maybe 6 elements, it doesn't become Punjabi anymore.
And Tamil, Telugu,
so-
and the South Indian languages, it's like a huge universe, you know, of things that you could tap into to do that kind of music. You know, they like a lot of you've heard what Rahman's done, you listen to what, you know, all the other composers do. There's some great variation in the music. You'll hear rock, you'll hear R&B, you'll hear some, you know, classical ballads, you know, you'll hear classical instruments, you know, folk instruments, which is very nice. I think that's very, very fulfilling to do that kind of music.
There's a proven record that you guys have been giving the wholesome experience when it comes to a film album, right from Dil Chahta Hai to Bunty Babli to Rock On and my favorite Salame Ishq. What is that one thing that you guys are most excited and nervous when you are about to release a song or an album?
Most important thing is that we've given it our best shot, with whatever objectivity we have in mind. We give it our best shot. After that, it takes its own course. There's nothing
That's
that.
true. Because you never know how the film is
Yeah.
going to do. I mean, and the thing is, it's sometimes very sad when
Yeah.
you know you've got really good music and everything, and the film just goes down and everything goes down with it. But that's what you have to take in your stride. That's the way films are. That's what it is. I mean,
See,
it's
when
a
I'm
thing.
just like when every human being is born, he comes with his own kundali, and his own destiny, his own like horoscope. Similarly, when a song is born, that song comes with the song's horoscope. कि उसका कुंडली क्या है, उसका destiny क्या है. You never know. I mean, sometimes it just takes off. Sometimes it just, tanks. Sometimes it just doesn't. It's a beautiful song, but it just doesn't reach out to the people. कोई सुना ही नहीं है ये गाना. ऐसा हो जाता है. Like there are songs from the film, like the previous film we did, Tufan. उसमें बहुत अच्छे एक दो गाने हैं. पुरवैया बोल के गाना है, गाना अनन्या है. They're all beautiful songs. We just love. Or for example, the music of Mirzia. We love the music. लेकिन वो जनता तक पहुंचा ही नहीं because वो horoscope ही ऐसा लेके आया था कि अच्छा मैं इससे आगे जाऊंगा ही नहीं. So it had its own destiny. So every song has got its own destiny. But just because a song did not reach out and it did not become popular does not mean that the song is not good.
Yeah.
Or also, just because a song has become extremely popular does not mean it's the best song that a person has composed or it's the most amazing song.
Also,
so both things work. Yeah.
I must point out that even the song doesn't become a super duper hit, but sometimes the song finds people and vice versa. There might be a small section of people, but those songs become really, really like important catalysts in their lives. It doesn't have to be like Shankar says, a super duper song, but
like
it plays a very strong role. I mean, when
like
you
we have a
people,
song called this song Tere Naina Hasdiye. वो बेचारा ये गाना है ना, बेचारा is surviving on his own merit. Nobody saw the song, nobody liked the film. It was a big flop, but still the song just survived on its own merit. That way, there are many other songs like this.
Now let's talk about some music instruments. Shankar, you of course started playing veena from the age of 4. When are we going to listen veena as a leading instrument in one of your songs?
I played veena many, many years back for Lataji and Bhimsen ji when they came together for Ram Sham Gunugan. I was very young. But then, I mean, too much of efforts is there taken, and too much of energy is taken by the vocal, by composing, so much musical activities. If you have to do veena, you need a lot of dedication, you need a lot of hard work, you need a lot of, focus on that particular instrument. And I see around, I mean, there are some amazing veena players who can play only 30 times better than me. So I said, I might as well, like there is Rajesh Vaidya is there from the south. There is Ramana Balakrishnan. You just hear these people, they're all unbelievable. So yeah, I mean, someday I will do it because my sister, she just gifted me a veena about 2 years back. Said, okay, you should, many people tell me that, I should do it actually, but that needs a lot of time, dedication, focus. So, it's an effort actually.
Waiting for that. Ehsaan, you've been really busy these days discovering new talent through your Instagram sessions.
Yes.
In your latest discovery, is there a plan to come up with a composition?
Oh, sometimes I feel I should just keep one diary with me and just write down these people's names, because so many of them. Just night before last, I did an Instagram live, and there were some amazing singers there. 2 or 3 singers who were really good. One from Nainital, and a couple from the northeast, from Assam.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very, very good. And I need to give a little more focused and write down the names. But I'm friends with a few of them, like now on Instagram, and they keep sending me their material. There's some lovely singers who I've come across, and hopefully we'll do something with them at some stage.
Loy, today the music has really changed. Like, a lot of things are happening on gadgets and on applications. What is the latest gadget that you have acquired or mastered lately?
A new microwave oven because my old one has gone bust. and also a toaster. There's no end. I mean, everybody uses software, just like, I mean, you guys, you're editing on digital. So the whole world has gone that way. I don't think it's only the music people. Doctors use it, pilots use it. Everyone, the whole world has moved towards digital. It's very convenient. It's very convenient because, I can open up a song right now if I'm working on, let's say, Bunty Babli, the title song, and I can close it in 15 minutes and start another project which is alien to this. Previously, that would not happen in the studio. You have to set the board, recall, place all the microphones, and the settings are never the same. So it's like it's like when people shoot a set, they take a photograph of the last shot of the day. So in case you're continuing tomorrow, the cup of coffee is suddenly not missing on the table. So all part of the continuity thing. But digitally allows you those kind of things. So there's lots of tech. I mean, you can do things on the phone. You can sing a rough idea with the phone, with the groove, and send it to your computer. And I don't have to be hands on it. So the main thing, it helps you grab the initial idea, which is very important, because that once you lose it, it starts meandering. It'll never be the same thing. The first gem that you get is the purest. I'm not saying it's good or bad. One is not judging it. It just said it's very pure. Then it kind of, starts going in different directions. So at least you have the initial seed. Then you can decide to see where you want to, add or subtract from it. So that's it.
Sure. And finally, to the three of you, what is the most misunderstood thing about Shankar Ehsaan Loy?
That's a good question.
The most difficult, the most misunderstood thing about us is that we are very difficult to approach, or we are inaccessible. Actually, we are the easiest to access. Yeah.
Actually, that's.
अरे क्या उन लोगों project करेंगे क्या? Will they do this project? That kind of thing, which is very wrong actually. So we are very chilled out and the most easily accessible people. Once people approach us, then they realize, oh my God, it's nothing. It's very simple to work with these people. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. And in the end, may I please request you to give a medley of your favorite songs as this Diwali?
अरे धक 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 धड़के ये दिल झन झन बोले अमृतसरी चूड़ियां रात बड़ी है मस्तानी तो दिल भर जानी कर ले गल्ला बूढ़ियां अरे धक 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 धड़के ये दिल झन झन बोले अमृतसरी चूड़ियां रात बड़ी है मस्तानी तो दिल भर जानी कर ले गल्ला बूढ़ियां